In this episode of the Butt Chronicles, we take a look at Beavis and Butt-Head, episode 20, The Butt-Head Experience.
Welcome to Industrial Industries World Radio's The Butt Chronicles.
You said welcome.
Oh God.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and butt munches alike. Welcome to the Butt Chronicles, your audio guide to everything Beavis and Butt-Head. And I'm your host, DJ Glowing Ice. And today we're going to take a look at Beavis and Butt-Head, episode 20, The Butt-Head Experience. Not the Beavis and Butt-Head Experience, which was the album that came out later in 1993. No, this is just The Butt-Head Experience, and it first aired on MTV on June 7th, 1993. So, what happens in The Butt-Head Experience? Well, let's check it out. The episode starts in Beavis and Butt-Head's house. We see Beavis sitting on the couch alone as he watches a health program on TV. It then cuts to Butt-Head, who's sitting on the toilet in their bathroom. Then back to Beavis on the couch as Beavis says, Butt-Head, come here, quick! Bare ass on TV! Butt-Head flushes the toilet and rushes to the couch to see. On their TV, it shows a patient with their ass exposed getting operated on. Butt-Head says, "Whoa, PBS is pretty cool." Then the boys laugh. Next, we see an outside shot of Burger World as cars are wrapped around the building in line in the drive-thru. Mrs. Dickey, the blonde-haired science teacher at Highland High School, is ordering at the drive-thru menu. She orders into the speaker, "And I would like 2 fish sandwiches, 1 chicken sandwich with extra cheese and no tomatoes." Cut to Butt-Head inside, looking bored and tired as he hears Mrs. Dickey order through the headset he's wearing. Mrs. Dickey continues her order as it blares through Butt-Head's headset. "And I also need 3 cheeseburgers, 1 with mayonnaise and lettuce, 1 with pickles, lettuce, and ketchup, and 1 with mustard, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and pickles." By this point, Butt-Head is drooling and nodding off as he falls asleep standing up and starts dreaming. We then see what Butt-Head's dreaming about. A dark stadium with a packed crowd full of people. We see the stage at first from the right side as a spotlight shines onto the front of the stage. As the crowd cheers on, an announcer says, "Are you ready to rock? Ladies and gentlemen, won't you please welcome bunghole recording artists Beavis and Butt-Head?" Butt-Head walks onto the stage and speaks into the microphone. "I heard Houston wants to party. Are you ready to rock?" The crowd cheers even louder. Now we see the front of the stage as Butt-Head is on the left and Beavis is on the right. 3 huge speakers surround them as they both imitate the riff to Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water with their mouths. Looking into the crowd, we see 2 dudes headbanging hard to what Beavis and Butt-Head are doing. Next is a close-up shot of Butt-Head with the spotlight on him. Butt-Head says, "Here's one off our new album. This is cool." The boys then imitate another rock riff. Looking back into the crowd, we see the character of Dave as he yells, "Play some Skynyrd, man!" Then next we see a chick in the front row dressed in tight black leather with blonde hair and big boobs. She's flailing her arms at Butt-Head trying to get his attention, yelling, "Butt-Head, Butt-Head! I want you, Butt-Head! Over here, Butt-Head! Butt-Head!" Butt-Head then wakes up from his dream, back to standing in front of the grill at Burger World. Beavis is flailing his arms, yelling, "Butt-Head, Butt-Head! Butt-Head, come here quick! I found another dead rat!" Butt-Head grabs a spatula and smacks Beavis on the back of the head, making him fall into the grill, burning his face and arms. Beavis screams in pain as he gets off the grill and has burn marks where he fell. "You asswipe, I was about to have a wet dream." Next, Beavis and Butt-Head are in an open field, and Beavis has a toad in his mouth. "Anything yet?" Butt-Head asks. Beavis looks around and mumbles, "Are you sure you're licking right?" asks Butthead. Beavis mumbles, "Yeah." "I don't get it. It's supposed to pack an awesome buzz," Butthead says. Beavis then spits the toad out, and the toad hops away off screen. Beavis then smacks his mouth going, tastes like chicken. Both boys then raise their eyebrows and decide to look for the toad again as they say, "Here, toady, toady, toady." And that's the end of Beavis and Butt-Head, episode 20, The Butt-Head Experience. Now let's check out the music videos. First up, we've got 17 by Winger, and Butthead says, "These guys live on the edge." Beavis says, "Yeah, the edge of Wuss Cliff." Butthead says, "This is Joey Buttafuoco's theme song." And then he later says, "Let's find something that rocks." And then they change it. Next is F Sharp by Nude Swirl, and Beavis mistakes the song for Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. Butthead says it would be cool if garbage was flying around the house, and Beavis suggests throwing garbage on the floor. Beavis starts making noises, like the guitar does in the song, and Butthead says, "Shut up, Beavis. Don't make me kick your ass again." Next is I Love It Loud by Kiss, and the boys like Kiss. Butthead says, "These guys are pretty cool for a bunch of mimes. I hate it when you're like at the fair and some mime gets in your face and doesn't say anything. I usually kick them in the nads." Beavis says, "Yeah, that's when they start saying stuff." Next is Put Your Mouth on Me by Eddie Murphy, and Butthead asks, "Didn't this guy used to be in movies?" "Yeah, he was Gumby," answers Beavis. Butthead says, "Oh yeah, is Pokey gonna get his own video too?" Beavis says, "Yeah, Pokey kicks ass." And then they change it. Next we have Take On Me by Aha, and Butthead says, "What the hell is this crap?" Seeing the race car animation in the video, both of the boys sing, "Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer." Beavis asks, "Is this like elevator music?" Butthead says, "This is like children's music." Beavis asks, "Who are these guys?" "They're called says Butthead. "Are these guys like yodeling?" asks Beavis. Butthead says, "No, they're like scrotaling." Beavis asks, "How come British guys always sing so wimpy?" Butthead says, "Like that Billy Joel dude." Beavis says, "Yeah, he sucks." And the last music video we have is In a Big Country by Big Country. And in the video, people are riding on three-wheelers. So Butthead mentions that if you turn really sharp when riding one, it can flip over on you and crush you. Butthead adds that that would be cool. Also seeing scuba divers in the video, Butthead says, "This is like a James Bond movie." "Yeah, they need that short guy, Handjob, to come out," says Beavis. "You said job," replies Butthead. Butthead asks if this is an Irish Spring commercial. "It's a Manly soap," says Beavis. Butthead says, "Manly, yes, but Beavis likes it too." Beavis says, "Shut up, bunghole. I'll kick your ass." And those are the music videos. Now let's check out the fun facts. The scene with the toad in Beavis's mouth was first in episode 13, titled Sick. My best guess why this scene was repeated in this episode was just to basically fill time more than anything else. This episode was released on the Work Sucks home video on VHS and DVD. And the Butt-Head Experience is the 15th episode of Season 2 of Beavis and Butt-Head, and it's the 20th episode overall. And IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, gives Beavis and Butt-Head, the Butt-Head Experience, a 7.1 out of 10 rating. Now I'll give you my review. Up until today, I never seen this episode. I think it was rarely reran. It was probably one of the episodes Mike Judge didn't like because it's not in the Mike Judge collection at all. And in the notes, he states in the Mike Judge collection, if you buy the first volume, he states that 1/3 of Beavis and Butt-Head episodes he really liked. And this episode wasn't included in it, so that's just what I'm going with. But anyways, I thought it was pretty cool, even though it was short and it had that extra scene with the toad in Beavis's mouth just thrown in at the end, just randomly. Just the concept of Butthead dozing off and dreaming of air guitaring and using his mouth and having an arena of people headbanging to it and just rocking out. You know, hey, that's every young boy's dream when they're in a dead-end job. You kind of have to doze off just to keep yourself sane. So I felt like this was a very nice episode to see how Butthead kind of just enjoys coping with working at Burger World. I loved seeing Dave again in the crowd saying, "Play some Skinner, man!" That's always a nice little touch in there. And then the chick with the Butthead. You know, just like everybody wanting Beavis and Butt-Head when all they're doing is da-da-da-da-da, And the way I'm familiar with this episode is because of the Beavis and Butt-Head Experience CD. And at the very beginning of that CD, on track 1, it opens up with almost the same audio as this episode. There are some things cut, and obviously things are re-recorded for that CD, but yeah, you could definitely tell it came from this episode. That first track at least did. For what it was good, but it was too short. It should have been longer, but it is what it is. So given all of that, I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. It's not the best. You probably want to watch it once and then move on. It's not much of a rewatchable episode. So that's what I'm going to give it. Beavis and Butt-Head, episode 20, The Butt-Head Experience, gets a 5.5 out of 10.